YouTube with the new Red Eyes Roulette skill buff. It's now time to play budget-friendly Red Eyes best deck. Let's go! Also, to mention now, as you can see, we're playing the AETHER with Oasis. Why, you may ask? Well, because that's basically a one-card karma cut, which is amazing, first of all, and then you also have another monster on the board, a level 6, which then you can use for rank 6 exceeds, which is amazing. So how is this budget friendly? You have a million traps. Well, yeah, fair enough, but you don't have to play books, you don't have to play floodgates. You can put in whatever back row you have. I would consider playing Chain Disappearance. I think it's an amazing card in this meta. How is this free to play though? Budget, not free to play, is because you need 3 structure decks, and then you need to go once, right? You don't even have to play Gearfried. It's a preference. I want to play Gearfried, but you don't have to play it. You can play another one of these dudes or something. But the thing is, you have to go once in the main box, and then you basically have the whole deck, and you just put in some other back row. And of course, AETHER is coming now in the new. As we got the leaks, it's coming now in the main box, so you can get it if you didn't already. But yeah, this is now the extra deck. As you can see, you need to go once to just get your black Comet Dragon. You don't even need the chain, the Fang with Chain. But I decided to play it because it's a searchable interruption, which did come up for us. But I'm not sure if that's optimal. I'm not sure. But yeah, the thing is that you do want to play not as much, not as many Fang with Chain, and not as many traps, not as many Red Eyes cards, so you have better odds of seeing, Insight or Fusion with the Red Eyes Roulette skill. But yeah, I liked also playing to Return because I like to see it as often as possible because it enables us to control the board. I'm a control enthusiast, so yeah, I really enjoy the Return of the Red Eyes. And yeah, pretty simple deck. Besides that, you need to play 5 monsters for the skill. I think 1 Wyvern is pretty nice. And yeah, the rest is basically standard, Why are we playing Oasis with AETHER? I already said it's a free karma cut plus a level 6 monster, but also it can just revive you any of your monsters, first of all. It's just a pretty nice reborn. And then also with Meteor Black Comet Dragon, we send a level 6 dragon type monster, which is of course the AETHER. So you can then, you can fusion with it and then revive it with Oasis to get that, that advantage, which is pretty nice. And the thing is, they will usually probably blindly MST, so you can then, if they hit an interruption, then you can have another interruption in Oasis. So that's pretty nice. And also, if they blindly hit, your Return of the Red Eyes, that's pretty nice for you as well. And yeah, this is the extra deck. I didn't even use M7, I think. I didn't use the Flare Metal Dragon. I think that having a slash is pretty nice because it does come up sometimes, I feel. Maybe you should play another Black Comet Dragon, but I felt fine with only playing 1. And yeah, playing Rhino is actually pretty funny because you can make it quite easily with Return. So yeah, that's the deck list. Pretty simple. I wouldn't say this is the optimal version, but it's a fun, very cheap version, I would say. At least it was very cheap for me to build a deck. If you that's why I recommend you get the staples first. Like, if you get all of your staples, it's usually very easy to build decks. That's why if you're a free-to-play player, you need to focus on getting them staples, which you can then put into every deck. So you usually have to just invest into that later, But yeah, that's the deck list, and now it is time to duel! I forgot to mention that this deck actually, not this version, but Red Eyes actually is pretty good. It actually was so close to, it was actually 100, one player was, and then he dropped off because he wanted to move forward, you know, he wanted to, he wasn't satisfied with just top 100, so unfortunately he dropped off, dropped out, but yeah. Unfortunately, we don't draw the best hand here. We don't want to see this at all. But let's see, maybe we can do something. And Melodious is an interesting matchup. Melodious is a matchup where I would say the best thing to do is to go for the Black Skull Dragon, which we can easily make with the skill, as you will see right now. He does have 3 sets, which is kind of scary. Fortunately for us, we do have 2... What the fuck? We draw 3 Red Eyes Fusion. Yep. With the skill, we send the Summon's Call from outside of our deck in the deck. And I would say you want to go for this dude because score is kinda annoying. And also this dude, basically, they don't have an out to it. Basically, they have to flip it and then destroy it with Schuberta. So yeah, we can now go in. He has to book because we can destroy it and he can score. And the thing is, we're gonna, you know, we're gonna be able to, he's gonna run out of back row at some point, you know. So let's see. Okay, we can send the Wyvern. Wyvern is pretty nice in the graveyard. So this is what I was afraid of. Treacherous is a big blowout. Because, you know, I was actually taking account the Treacherous, and the thing is, that's why we went with the Comet Dragon, because he floats, and we do have Oasis, which is pretty nice, so we can revive back the dude. Oh yeah, he doesn't float because we fusion summoned him that turn, so we decide to go with AETHER here. Why is that? That's a good question. I don't know. Brothers Wyvern, why didn't I just go revive the Black Skull Dragon? Maybe misclick, I don't know. We have to Floodgate now, so he doesn't Schuberta banish. We can now go into the dude, and we should have a pretty nice control over the board. Controller can come in pretty handy. Okay, so now we attack. We can swing in. He has a book, so he is able to survive. He has his Ostinato. Well, Bloom Diva can be annoying, but the thing is we have enemy controller, and with that we can, in a great fashion, finish him. So the thing is, now, because we attacked, he thinks, oh, you know, he doesn't have to activate his flip, probably another book or something. You know, I just don't have to activate anything. Well, the thing is, now we negated his every effect, which means we can econ take for game. He can't activate anything, he can't respond, you know, there's nothing he can do after he passed priority in the battle phase. So yeah, pretty nice win. Even against a weird matchup. I wouldn't say necessarily a tough matchup, even though it can be, but a weird one for sure. But yeah, GG's. Also, funnily enough, that was Ghost Plague on Melodious, who is known to be, you know, a pretty good Red Eyes player, so that was pretty funny. And also I would like to remind you, if you're new to the channel, to subscribe, because it does really help a lot to continue making these videos. Like you may know, I'm not getting paid for this at all, like zero, like literally zero. So, you know, it definitely does help, you know, all of your support. So this is the goated hand, okay? This is why this deck is so good, because a lot of the times you will open, you know, your interruptions plus a beater on the board, you know. Unfortunately, we activated this just to, you know, I don't know why I sent the Red Eyes with the Insight. With the Insight, you definitely want to be sending, the Wyvern for sure. That was a misplay. But we can fusion into the Black Skull Dragon because we don't feel any delays. He doesn't have any delays still, and it was actually, you know, the good thing is that why this deck doesn't have to play back row removal is because this deck can actually, you know, go through the back row pretty easily and can control the board so well. That's why there's a lot of decks like that, you know, Teller Knights also, that don't really need to play back row removal. And this deck actually, you know, you may say, what about the battle traps? Well, you just have this beater that you can just, you know, go through every battle trap, through every hand trap, you know, just OTK. So yeah, this is an amazing, that's why Black Skull Dragon is, not Skull Dragon, is it Skull Dragon? I don't fucking know. Black Skull Dragon, it is. This wise, he's so good and he's one of your best, you know, boss monsters. So yeah, it was actually Yosenjus with, you know, a lot of hand traps and probably a drowning set. So yeah, pretty nice to have this dude. So yeah, GG's. Okay, let's see. Anakabuba? What the? I also went in one with this, you know, just a random fact. Also, a good thing is if you open both Res Fusion and Insight, you can set up anything you want, basically. You know, you can search for the follow-up to have another Red Eyes Fusion for the next turn, or you could search for the Red Eyes Fang with Chain. You can search for the return. This is so amazing, you know. Insight basically just searches for anything you need. Okay, we can add the dude. We can grab the return. We can fusion. You want fusion. You want to. I would say you want to fusion. You may say that getting the Wyvern in the graveyard is nice, but I want to have the Insight ready just in case we need to search for something else. And it sometimes does come up that we need to search for the Fang with Chain, and it's gonna come up in this duel as well. For some reason he books right away here. Okay. We can send the Archfiend dude with... Oh, wait, what? I decided to actually search for the Red Eyes Fusion. I would say that was a misplay, but okay. Okay, he can go with the Ghost of Max. Now we can Floodgate potentially. Yep, we Floodgate. He books, so we waste another one of his, you know, back row. Pretty nice. He destroys our monster, but the dude floats. And now with the return of the Red Eyes, we can float into the Archfiend dude. Okay, with Red Eyes Fusion we can go into the Black Skull Dragon. Unfortunately, we're not able to set up any Exceed plays here. But yeah, we can Canadia here, and that should be Monster Reborn! Classic. We can now flip him, and that's gonna be G's. So actually it didn't come up. The Red Eyes Fang with Chain did come up, but the good thing is interruption is pretty good. That's why I would say having at least one in the deck is pretty nice. So yeah, that's an interesting name. Interesting opponent we have here. But anyways, this is the, you know, the gamer hand. This is what I'm talking about. With Red Eyes Inside, this is standard. You want to send the Wyvern. It seems like we still go into the slash. What? What the? I guess... like, the thing is, we expected Abyss Actors, so what should you make against Abyss Actors? I guess having Red Eyes can be nice, so you can negate them targeting your back row. And having Chalice is actually pretty nice because we can negate his Superstar, so we can, so he can't pop our slash, which means we, you know, survive the turn, you know, the slash survives the turn. Unfortunately for us, he does have a storm, which is, you know, non-targeting pop. But the good thing is that he didn't pop the chalice. Of course, he also he searched for the Madonna with the hope, I think. But anyways, he can set up the wild hope, seal the tombs, which we don't care really because we don't have any revive here. He now activates Superstar, we can negate it, and the thing is he can't exceed because he's restricted. And now with top deck, you know, if top deck like a true gamer, we can go for a game with the dude who deals a lot of damage. We can also do that to get the Archfiend in the deck. For the Archfiend Black Skull Dragon. Damn, his name changes. I didn't know that. And now we can deal a shit ton of damage. He also can't float because of his effect. But regardless, even if he did, we deal the last damage with his effect. So yeah, pretty nice duel, I would say, against Abyss Actors. So yeah, pretty nice. Okay, and the last duel we have. Let's see. Damn, I should kind of hurry. Yuto with 11 win streak. God damn, you already know. Unfortunately, we don't open best. We opened 2 disruptions, which is pretty nice. This is what I'm talking about with the Oasis. Unfortunately, with this, the skill doesn't help us at all. But with Insight, we can send the Wyvern, grab the Fusion. With Fusion, we can go into the Black Comet Dragon. We can send, this is the standard play that I was talking about. We send the AETHER. With his effect, we also send the Archfiend, and now we have 2 engines, which is still pretty nice. Now, you may got baited. I definitely didn't. I was expecting red eyes on Yuto with 11 win streak. Of course I did. Mirror match. What the? So let's see. He goes with the Red Eyes Fusion, sends the Neos, which is interesting. Goes in with the Slash. We can now Oasis before he equips anything to banish it real quick, as you can see. And then we have also a monster left on the board. The thing for us is he scooped. But regardless of that, we had a pretty decent control over the board, you know, banishing his dude, and then also having, you know, three beaters on the board for the next turn, and also, you know, potentially a good top deck, and, you know, an interruption in Canadia. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I will try to post other versions of Red Eyes without Oasis and AETHER, but I really like this version, and I think Oasis does have its advantages of not, you know, over the not playing Oasis. Is, you know, you can still, you know, just reviving anything is pretty nice, but reviving AETHER, which you can do pretty consistently, is pretty goated. So yeah, that's gonna be it anyways. See you in the next one. Bye.